Greetings, my friends and foes. I'm just kidding, I don't have any foes. I am very excited today because I'm about to share with you a tool that can literally help change your life. It's called the tapping method, or EFT, Emotional Freedom Technique, and basically it can help free your mind. It can free you of anxiety, all types of pain, mental and physical. Now, I have to give a shout out to Dr. Alicia Armitstead from Healing Arts NYC. She is the reason that I know about this. She taught it to me and I've been using it for years. Disclaimer, I'm not a doctor, I'm not formally trained in this, but honestly, I have enough experience that I might as well be. Basically what you're doing is you're rewiring your brain to think in a different way. Think of the mind like a brand new forest that's never been touched. If you're the first person to explore that forest, you're gonna make a path in there. You're gonna clear some foliage out of the way so that you can get through where you wanna get through. Now, the second time that you're in that forest, or the second person that's in that forest, they're gonna see that pathway that you made, and they'll probably take that path as well. And the more that that path gets taken, the more embedded into the forest that path is, and the more likely it is that people are gonna take that path. It's the same thing with your brain. When you think a thought for the first time, you're creating a new path in your brain. Now, the next time you're in a similar situation, you might think that thought again. And the more you keep thinking that same thought, you're creating that pathway for yourself. Bye, have fun, you guys! The more you think this one thought, the easier it becomes for you to think that thought unconsciously without even trying. And the more you think something, the more ingrained in you it becomes. Unfortunately, so many of these thoughts that we're conditioned to thinking are negative things. We think, I'm not good enough, this person doesn't like me, I messed up, I don't know what I'm doing, I'm not worthy, I'm not powerful. All of these terrible things we are thinking to ourselves on a daily basis without even realizing it. And these thoughts are causing anxiety, depression, all these terrible things just from our own thoughts. So with tapping, what you're actually doing is you're physically rewiring your brain to think in a new way that you decide. You choose how you want to think, and you are creating these new pathways for yourself to think that way. We're going to be using points on the body that are known to help rewire the brain in this way, and I'm going to show you them right now. Okay. So the first point is right on top of your head. Then we have third eye. Outside the corner of your eyes, underneath your eyes, right above your lip, right below your lip, middle of your chest, your back right here, side of thumb, side of pointer, side of middle, skip the ring, side of pinky, and then the karate chop point. So, here's how you do it. The first thing you're going to do is create your setup statement. So this is a statement that acknowledges the negative thing you're experiencing and vows that you're open to change it for the better. For example, let's pretend you have an interview later and you're really anxious about it. You want to acknowledge that you're anxious and say that you know that you don't need to be anxious. And it's usually phrased like, even though blank, blank. You could say, even though I'm anxious about this interview, I know that I'm going to nail it. So it starts off with a negative thing and then it turns it positive. Now with the positive piece, there's a fine line between being positive enough and being too positive that you almost don't believe it. Because if you make that portion so positive that you don't believe it, your mind and your body are going to rebel against this whole process and just be like, no, I don't believe this. So it has to be something that you believe. So if most of your being does not believe that you're going to nail it, you could say something a little gentler. You can say, even though I'm anxious about this interview, I'm open to the idea that I might do a good job. And that's it. That's your setup statement. So with your setup statement, you're going to begin by doing the karate chop point. You're going to repeat the phrase maybe 3 times and hit your karate chop point the entire time. So do it with me. It's, even though I'm anxious about this interview, I'm open to the idea that I might Even though I'm anxious about this interview, I'm open to the idea that I might do a good job. Even though I'm anxious about this interview, I'm open to the idea that I might do a good job. Even though I'm anxious about this interview, I'm open to the idea that I might do a good job. Done. So that's the portion where we're trying to clear out the old pathway. And now is the part where you get to rewire your brain and create those new pathways. And the idea is you want to ingrain this into your mind so that when you're in a situation like this, where you're nervous about an interview or something like that, instead of your brain automatically going to, I'm anxious, I'm not going to do a good job, you'll automatically go to, hey, I might do a good job, I'm okay. So now you're going to come up with an affirmation. it's totally up to you. In this situation, you know, maybe with your interview, you're feeling a little nervous that you don't have the correct experience. So maybe your affirmation is, I am experienced. I have ample experience. Or maybe because you're feeling anxious, you just want to reverse that and be like, I'm calm. So let's say that it's I am calm. That's your affirmation. You're gonna tap each of the points between 6 to 10 times each. I always do 8, that's just the number for me. But you're gonna go through all of the points in order and you're going to say your affirmation. You can do this in your head, it's totally fine. I've done it on the subway before, I've done it walking down the street, just walking around like that. Like, I've done it multiple times. But if you can, it's best to actually speak the words, because words are made up of vibrations and those vibrations carry a specific energy. So if you can say it, you should say it. So do it with me. We're going to say I am calm and we're going to hit all of our points about 8 times. Ready? I am calm. I am calm. Oh, maybe I only do it 7 times. That might be my standard, but it's whatever you want. Okay, 7 times, let's go. I am calm. 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 And then sit for a moment. You can feel your vibration raise. Just 1 round of tapping and you already feel better. I mean, I don't even have an interview to go to later and I already feel calm about it. I feel like I'm gonna nail it. So that's the main idea of how to do it, but like all things that have to do with energy, feel free to make this your own. Do what feels right to you. Sometimes for me, I'll find different points that feel like they want to be tapped, and that's fine. That's what works for me. A lot of times it'll be like, you know, the chest point is right here, but sometimes for me it's like right here and I'll just pat it with an open palm, and that's what works for me, and that's great. So a couple of modifications that you can make. I often don't even do the setup statement, the part where we said, even though I have an interview, I know that I'm gonna nail it. I just leave that part out because it's not totally necessary, and sometimes it's not a specific instance. Sometimes it's just I can feel that I'm weak in my solar plexus chakra, so the affirmation for that is I am powerful, so I'll just go through and say I am powerful. The other thing is when you're doing the affirmation and you tap all the different points, you don't have to keep the affirmation the same the whole time. As long as it's within the same vein and it's within the topic that you're dealing with, it's totally fine. So for this one, we could have said, I am calm, I am relaxed, I am at ease, I am okay. You can change it up every time. It's whatever feels right to you. Another thing that people like to do is to measure on a scale of 1 to 10 how they're feeling before and after they do a round of tapping. So if you're feeling anxious, you can sit with yourself for a moment before you start and be like, okay, on a scale of 1 to 10, my anxiety is at an 8 right now. Do a round of tapping and then check in with yourself again. And even if it's still at an 8 after the first round, do a couple more rounds and I can almost guarantee you that it's gonna go down. You're going to feel better. So even though we're working with the mind and our thoughts, you can still use this for any physical troubles that you're experiencing. In the metaphysical realm, there is a belief that everything starts from a certain energy, and I fully believe this. So if you're experiencing digestive issues, yeah, that's a physical symptom, but that started with something on an energetic level, and often it starts from our own thoughts. So through the method of tapping, you can actually dislodge whatever it is that is at the root of that physical pain and reverse it. You can say something like, even though I'm having digestive issues, I know that I am doing everything I can to get better. And then your affirmation can be, I am healthy, I am healthy, I am healing. I'm healing every day I'm getting better, I am healing. I think that tapping is a really simple tool, but it's a really powerful tool. And honestly, I actually forget about it a lot. And so every time I remember, I'm like, holy cow, why am I not tapping more? Because when I do, I really always do feel better. I should challenge myself to like a 30-day tapping challenge and see. I don't know. Maybe I'll do that. Also, it doesn't even have to be done about things that are that serious. It's whatever you want. This is your life. So, okay, maybe you want to tap about something superficial. Like, even though I only have 900 followers, I think this video could go viral, you know? I'm talented, I'm talented, I'm knowledgeable, I can make a viral video, I'm good at what I do, you know? Like, it doesn't mean that it's gonna happen, but you'll at least feel better about it. And when I say you, I'm talking about me in this instance. And you know, it's giving me the confidence to know that I can do something great, and then I will have all this positive energy to channel into what I'm making. I hope you guys are having a great day. I think you should try tapping right now. And if you have your own tips or your own experiences, let us know below. Subscribe to my channel, follow me on Instagram, that's hummusbird with 2 R's. And that's it. Okay, ciao. Think of the brain in a new pathway, like so this is and vows to, what is up with my eyebrow? Let me know if you need me to do anything. Okay. Am I in focus? And